What is going on, guys? This is your boy Moto MMA here, aka Jason Boss, bringing you another video. It's been a little bit. I want to say thank you so very much for getting me over the 200 mark, guys. I greatly appreciate it. You have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Now, if you could, continue, comment, like, and subscribe, man. Let's keep it going. The sky's the limit. Let's see where we can go with this thing by the end of the year. I'm very optimistic and hoping for some big numbers. So, crossing the fingers. Now, on to the subject at hand. Jake Paul versus Ben Askren and MMA simping. My final thoughts on Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. We can say what we want, you know what I mean? We can say that the referee stopped the fight too soon. We can say that the fight was rigged. But we can't change history, guys. One, we can say that the fight was rigged, but Ben Askren himself said the fight was not rigged. He admitted himself. He said he just got caught. So when you're saying that the fight is rigged, you're only speculating. You know what I mean? You can say that Ben Askren didn't care. I think he did care, obviously. I don't think no person goes in there really thinking they're going to lose. No person goes in there and wants to be embarrassed. I mean, Ben Askren is well aware, like anybody else, this is the internet era. And, it's another knockout he has to live with. I mean, you have the Jorge Masvidal one, and now you got the Jake Paul thing. You know what I mean? So I don't think Ben Askren came in there to lose. Do I think the referee stopped the fight a little too soon? Possibly, you know what I mean? Nate Robinson was allowed to go down more than Ben Askren did. Was allowed to fight a little bit more than Ben Askren did. I think Ben Askren would have put up more of a fight. I'm not sure, however, if it would have changed much of anything. He might have got a couple more blows in. He might have, beat Jake Paul had it went the distance. But it's very hard to get past the knockdown, guys. It's hard to have faith in Ben Askren when the future, has already basically been written, or the past, or whatever have you. He got knocked out. Like, you can't see past the first round. It was not going very good in the first, not even quite 2 seconds from being a minute. 58 seconds, guys. It was not going good. So how many more times was he going to get knocked down? How many more times was this going to happen? He could have seriously gotten hurt. So, maybe it really was a good stop. Ben Askren did argue with the referee. He kept continuing saying, hey, I can fight. Let me go. I'm good. And then the referee said, no, you're not, and just decided to stop it. So, guys, I don't know. I don't think, like I said, that was a good stoppage. I think the ref should have let him go. Do I think Ben Askren would have won after seeing the fight, guys? I can't say he would have won now either. And that is because, like I say, I can't get past what I saw. I'm only human, and it's hard to say, yeah, he would have won, considering within the first minute he already kind of went down. I mean, that was a lot more time left, a lot more fight left. You know what I mean? So, you can only take so much. And it started off very rough for him. I think if he had at least persevered through the second or third round, before we saw any knockdowns, I could have saw it. But since it happened right in the first round, and it was a good knockdown. It was a good knockdown. He didn't even catch himself. I don't know, if it would have improved later on. Now, on to the next subject at hand. The MMA simping, guys, it has to stop. And, simping, by that I mean, like, following after, begging, all that kind of stuff. All the MMA guys now that want to fight Jake Paul because of this to happen. We got to stop, guys. Seriously. If you want to fight Jake Paul because you're trying to get a payday and you're in the sport of MMA, or you're a UFC guy, you're not doing the sport any type of favors. You are letting someone, it's like DC said, man. DC said when Jake Paul talked trash about him, DC said, I'm not going to fight this guy. I'm not going to punch down. I punch up. I don't punch down. I've been world champion several times. I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to go after some guy that doesn't deserve my time. And here you are in the UFC, and you're begging to fight somebody that doesn't deserve your time. Because of the money, yes, but then, I have another point I would like to say on that in a little bit here. But still yet, this guy should be underneath you. Mike Perry and Jake Paul are not talking trash. Mike, you get what you deserve. I'm just putting it out there. You truly get what you deserve. You helped train Jake Paul. You went out there and sparred with him. You gave him footage, confidence, and everything else he needed on you to beat up another guy in the MMA world. And any of these other guys. You prepared Jake Paul to fight Ben Askren while he's still calling you guys out and avoiding any real boxers. Now back to the money situation at hand. But this is the part that where I would say that you guys are super simping, man, because you don't know how to spend your money. You don't know how to have that pride. DC would not take the fight. George St. Pierre, I don't care how many times he called George St. Pierre, he would not take the fight. Khabib Nurmagomedov would not take the fight. They don't care how much money. One, because they know how to make money, guys. They're smart fighters. They invest, they have stocks, they have businesses, they have all kinds of things that they have their money in that they will not settle just for just anything. When Khabib was offered a second fight with Conor, which would have made him even the more money, Khabib simply said, no, I'm not fighting this guy. I beat him. I beat him good. Maybe if he comes back and fights somebody worthwhile, I'll consider it. Conor came back. He beat Cowboy Cerrone. Khabib still said, no, this dude basically Cowboy, and I got a lot of respect for Cowboy, but he had been on kind of a losing streak or whatever. This isn't a worthwhile opponent. Then Conor fought Dustin. He gets knocked out. I mean, Khabib's not interested in coming back. He's not interested in fighting any of these guys. He said, I beat them all, and I'm definitely not interested in fighting Conor. That's that. He gave his word he was going to retire. He did it. Money doesn't drive him because he has money. He can make the money. The same thing I believe with DC. The same thing I believe like with people like St. Pierre. The guys that have the money, that know how to make the money, that can keep the money, guys, they're not going to do anything for money. If they would at all consider fighting Jake Paul, drag Jake Paul's butt into that cage. They should tell Jake Paul, look, I thought you said you want to be a fighter, so let's get in here and fight. What you want me to do is take years of training and stifle it. Jake Paul is actually begging them, if they think about it. He's begging them, please, sir, if you could, don't kick, don't punch, don't wrestle, don't submit me, don't use elbows, don't ground and pound me. If you could just fight by these simple rules, so therefore I can have a chance, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll even make sure you get paid extra amounts of money. Dude, no. Sorry. I'm not going to make things easier for you. That's going to be used against me later. If Tyron Woodley fights Jake Paul, even if Tyron Woodley wins, let's see what Tyron Woodley gets if he wins. He gets to say, I beat Jake Paul. The world will be like, awesome. You shut Jake Paul up. But, I mean, he was just a YouTuber. It was going to happen anyhow. What does Jake Paul get? Oh, you beat an MMA striker. You beat a good MMA fighter, a guy that's been champion before, and Tyron Woodley. It boosts Jake Paul's stock and Jake Paul's name through the roof. So one is definitely gaining a lot more than the other. And to me, if I'm the MMA guy, I'm the A side. I'm the guy with the most to lose. I'm not going to put it all on the line for somebody who just doesn't deserve it. I'm going to put it on the line for another fighter who's another fighter. Because let me tell you guys, this kind of stuff, the money fight stuff, this stuff is what's killing MMA, because we're not going by the rankings. Everybody's just trying to find a money fight. So they're avoiding this person. Don't want to fight that person. Don't want to fight this person. This is why boxing is in the trouble that it's in right now, because you have guys that are on those cards with 30 plus fights and all this kind of stuff, and we're worried about who Jake Paul is fighting. That's what it's come down to, guys. The money fights, man, and only the fighting for the money fights will kill your sport quick, fast, and in a hurry. And if I was any of these MMA guys, I'd have pride. I'd tell Jake, nope. If you want to fight me, meet me in the cage. I will not lessen my skills to give you a chance. Sorry, buddy. You want to be a fighter? You better learn how to fight completely. Well, that's about it, guys. Obviously, I'm not the biggest Jake Paul fan. It probably will never change. But hey, you know what? I'm still talking about him. So, Jake, congratulations. You know how to keep a crowd entertained, and you know how to keep your name in people's mouth, man. If only I could do that. But anyhow, this is your boy Moto MMA, aka Jason Boston. If you could please comment, like, subscribe, keep helping my channel grow, guys. I greatly appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you so very much for watching, and you guys have a great day.